Hi, I'm Neeraj Murarka, and I am CTO of Bluezell Networks. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Parity multisig wallet hack. So what was this hack? Well, it happened in mid-July, and what happened was about 150,000 Ether, which is about 30 million US dollars, was stolen. So what actually really happened? Well, in order to understand this, we need to talk a little bit about wallets, Ethereum, signature, smart contracts. So let's do that. In Ethereum, a smart contract is just a program that's running on the blockchain. You deploy this program and think of it as a living object. It's running, it's got its own internal data, and it can also actually own Ethereum. So you can store Ethereum inside a smart contract program or instance. So what Parity's multisig wallet is a special smart contract that allows you to store Ethereum in it. But the differences between this wallet and regular wallets is quite important. A normal Bitcoin wallet or Ethereum wallet typically requires a public key and a private key. You use the private key to withdraw funds. So if you want to send money from Alice's wallet to Bob's wallet, Alice has to sign the transaction with her private key. Since she's the only one who knows the private key, the funds are protected. With a multi-sig wallet, what you typically have is you have more than one possible signature allowed and possibly more than one signature required. So it's an M of N paradigm. And what that means is N is the total number of signatures and M is the number of signatures required in order for the transaction to go through. So with the one of two multi-sig wallet, you're going to require one signature amongst a list of two different signatures. So that could, if you have a company with two founders, for example, you could put both their signatures in and say, if any one of these two guys sign the transaction, it's fine. That's great protection if you don't want one person having the only key, and if for any reason that key gets lost, all the funds are lost. It's also good to have a situation like a 2 of 3 multi-sig where you have 3 signatures. So for example, a wallet protected by the private keys for Alice, Bob, and Chris. And since it's 2 of 3, it means that any 2 of those signatures would be required to withdraw funds from that wallet. So if only one signature was put in, that transaction wouldn't go through. And that protects you from situations where, in an unlikely case, one of those 3 people decides to try to steal all the funds. They can't. You would need to have some sort of conspiracy where at least 2 of the people were signing the transaction to steal funds. So it's a certain level of security, and you can go on with it. You can have 3 of 4, 4 of 5, 3 of 5, anything. You get the idea. So the Parity multi-sig wallet is a smart contract that was specifically designed to be able to store funds and have owners. So these owners are like Alice, Bob, and Chris. And when you create an instance of the multi-sig wallet, you give it 3 parameters. You tell it who are the signatories, so who are the private key, what are the public keys of all the possible people that can sign for this? So you would put in the Ethereum addresses of Alice, Bob, and Chris in this case. You would say that there's a total of 3 signatories, and if you want to, you could put in the value of 2, saying at least 2 of these people have to sign. If 2 of them don't sign, the transaction's not accepted. So that's perfectly fine. The Parity wallet was great, and it's been running for a while. And in fact, this Parity wallet for multi-sig was extremely popular, used by many different ICOs on the internet. What happened in July was a zero-day exploit was found. And what is a zero-day exploit? Well, I won't give you the best definition of it, but basically somebody found a way in. They found a way to take advantage of the system. There was a bug. And what was the bug? Well, when you create this wallet, like I said, you need to set who the owners are and how many of those owners are required to sign the transaction. As you can imagine, once the wallet's created, it's important that the list of owners cannot change. For example, you shouldn't be able to go in and change that now the owner of this wallet that was previously Alice, Bob, and Chris is now me, Neeraj. If I was able to go in after the fact and change who the owners were, I would be able to go in and make this a one-of-one multi-sig wallet. It's not really a multi-sig wallet anymore, and I could just steal the funds. Totally undermining the entire point of security in a multi-sig wallet. That's precisely what happened. The multi-sig wallet was using certain programming tactics to save gas on Ethereum, which is a perfectly normal procedure. And what ended up happening, to make it really simple, was somebody detected that there was a means to go in after the wallet was actually created and Ethereum was sitting in the wallet, to go in and change who the owners were. So this smart individual went in and they actually changed the owners. So that in this case, if the owners were Alice, Bob, and Charlie, or Chris, they changed it to be Neeraj. The new owner was Neeraj. And they promptly, right after that, went in and said, okay, now I'm going to sign a transaction as Neeraj, since Neeraj is now the owner, and I'm going to take all the funds out and send it to another Ethereum wallet that no one else has control of. That was essentially what happened, and that was your theft. That was 30 million and change US dollars worth of Ether that got stolen. Now, fortunately, unfortunately, these hackers also were able to detect, using some available tools, other smart contract instances that were using the same code and therefore had the same weakness. Before they were really able to steal the funds from other smart contract wallets, what happened was a group of white hat hackers who claimed to be good guys, they preemptively had detected this hack, and they went in and actually pre-stole the funds from other wallets that had the same weakness. So they actually pre-stole all those funds into a safe wallet that they had control of, and supposedly they are returning those funds back to their rightful owners once proper claims are made. So some good news and some bad news around that. You know, a bug was unfortunately in there. It has since been fixed. Interestingly, it was a series of different events that led to this problem. One line of code could have made this problem go away by having the word internal, which would have literally prevented, you know, an external party from going in and changing who the owners were. That wasn't in there. It's been added in, and hopefully there are no other issues with that multi-sig wallet. It is still being used, and yeah, it's unfortunate. So I hope this has been interesting to you, and look forward to showing you more videos and blogs in the near future. Thank you.